I see here that people are interested. Ben submitted a question about my supplement stack, and I like to every so often sort of give you guys an update on what I'm taking. You know, I'm constantly taking away things or bringing things back, etc. So I'll just go ahead and sort of rapid fire that what my current supplements are, since people are really interested in that. So I am obviously taking the basics that I talk about a lot. So omega-3, I'm taking Metagenics, the EPA DHA 2400. I'm taking the vitamin D K2. I'm taking the one multivitamin by Pure Encapsulations. I take magnesium glycinate by Pure Encapsulations. I'm taking Avmacol, so that's my sulforaphane that I take. I take 2 of those. Alpha lipoic acid, Pure Encapsulations, benfotiamine, I'm taking that by Life Extension. Cocovia, I'm taking the the heart one, and I take the recommended dose. I'm taking at night magnesium, so that's a combination of a variety of different magnesiums. I take that in addition to the magnesium glycinate that I take, and I take just a little scoop of it in my water. I also take creatine. I take 5 grams a day. I'm taking my hydrolyzed collagen powder. Right now, I'm using Besha, Besha. It's a brand that has been third-party tested and uses the patented form of collagen peptides that are smaller in molecular weight, and those are the types that have been shown to help be absorbed better, particularly into the skin. So I'm taking that collagen powder, and then I also take PQQ by Life Extension. During times of exposure to viral illness, I also supplement. In addition with those, I supplement with liposomal vitamin C by Pure Encapsulations, and I do the zinc lozenges by Life Extension. So I suck on those, and I'm probably taking between 80 milligrams to 80 milligrams to 100 milligrams a day, possibly sometimes more than that. And that's only, again, during exposure or very, very subtle onset of viral illness. And the reason I do lozenges instead of the supplements for zinc is that there is a local effect. So in other words, sucking on the zinc lozenges has an effect in the airways, in addition to helping with the immune system. So I do zinc lozenges. And then I also have been supplementing. I also ordered the glutamine supplement from Thorne. And I am doing the glutamine on days that I've been training really hard recently. And I've noticed that training really hard has had me a little more susceptible to respiratory illness, particularly because I'm constantly being exposed, having a young child at home who was bringing it home from school. So I'm supplementing with glutamine as well on training days, and particularly when I know that if like my son is sick and I know there's a possibility of me being exposed, I supplement with it. And then also whey protein is another thing that I will supplement with on days where I am not going to eat a turkey burger or something high in protein and I need to get that extra protein. And then lastly, I take some iron during menstruation. I see in the chat here, so the brands that I typically let me just start by saying the go-to brands that I use generally when I'm looking for supplementing with something, or if there's something new I'm interested in trying. I have a handful of brands that I use: Thorne, Pure Encapsulations, Life Extension, Metagenics for fish oil, but those other 3 are pretty much my top 3 in terms of brands I look to. So creatine, I'm using Thorne, and then I think I mentioned the other brands for the stuff I was using. Pure Encapsulations is vitamin D. The vitamin D is Pure Encapsulation. The vitamin D K2 is Pure Encapsulations. Magnesium glycinate is Pure Encapsulations. Alpha lipoic acid is Pure Encapsulations. Benfotiamine is Life Extension. PQQ is Life Extension. And I think that you guys now have all the brands. So that's kind of the system I use. And if I'm trying something new, then I definitely go to third-party testing sites. So I have found time and time again that a lot of green powder supplements are contaminated with heavy metals. It's a very, very common thing. If you are going to supplement with a green powder supplement, I highly, highly suggest looking at Consumer Lab and going with one of theirs, because it is definitely a high probability that it is contaminated with heavy metals. And the other thing I wanted to mention is I typically don't use green powders for that reason. I do smoothies. I recently bought a Vitamix stainless steel container. So I was concerned about the plastic containers because when you're doing a high speed spin, the friction itself can release microplastics into the beverage. And so Vitamix makes a great stainless steel container, and it's like $200. It obviously only fits on the Vitamix blender, so you have to have one of those as well. But if you are looking for an alternative for your plastic blender, that is a good option. I think there's just also like old school blenders that don't go as high speed that have glass containers, and that would be another option as well. Adriana's asking what brand of collagen I use. So I should mention for my skin, I've been using Verisol, which is the patented form, and the brand is Besha, Besha. That's been third-party tested. The other collagen powder that I also supplement with is from Sparkle, and they have the sort of joint form of it, which is called Fortibone and Fortigel. And they have like different flavors if you want to have flavors. And sometimes I put that in my water as well.